into the playoffs. Got all that confidence.
All right, so what got you in there, and now where are you at?
I think their whole team just kind of lost everything.
Here's what I would say that argument, and I think that's backwards thinking, and I think people back into that, and I think that's what a lot of people think. Hey, I'm paying a bunch of money for this guy. I need to play him. But you want your money back, right?
Right.
If you're a business, you want your money back.
Return on investment.
You put the guy in that's going to get you to the Super Bowl because you're going to get all those bonuses. Then you can pay that guy that you owe the money, free up the contracts, and win with your guy that was winning. That's how I think about it.
I get that. I get that. But
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
No. What year was that of Wentz's contract? That he won the Super Bowl with Foles?
Like 17, 18?
Right, but how many years had he been in the NFL?
3.
He was a rookie, I believe.
No.
Foles?
Not Foles. Wentz.
No, Wentz had an MVP season. That was
No,
not
Wentz.
It was not his rookie. Maybe it's second season. It was early on.
Well, what are you getting at?
He did a lot. No, he did enough to offer a huge contract for him.
Yeah.
I mean, once you give that contract out, you have all I have is an old rotten banana over here. No team's going to take. Let's see if I can find another coach that can make that rotten banana an apple everybody wants to eat. You know.
And that's how fruit works. Liz, what do you think about Matt Nagy?
I like fruit.
I'm exterminating.
I love banana.
I like turtles.
I think if he was on the right team, like, I don't know, he had a good defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, which
Do you want him coaching the Steelers? You want Matt Nagy coaching the Steelers?
No.
You want him to be your coordinator?
I don't think he'd be a bad coach. For the
No. Well, then you just terminated him.
All right, terminate.
Oh, done for. All right, let's get on to Robert Saleh. Okay, defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. Everybody loves him on the sidelines. He's jumping around like a wild man. We play for Robert. Yeah, okay, cool. So they've been wanting to get this guy hired the past few years, and it finally happened, and he goes to one of the greatest franchises in the history of the NFL, the New York Jets. Now that's Saleh's problem, okay? We're going to give Richard Sherman a chance to stick up for his boy. Sherman wants his cornerback. Here you go. Here you go, Richie. Give it a shot.
I don't know. He'll be a successful one, I would believe, if somebody gives him an opportunity. I think he has a great poise, a great feel for players, a great understanding of this game, a great football mind. But, sometimes it's tough to get the opportunity you deserve.
That guy's a dumbass. Yeah, I mean, he is. So there you go.
Who's that?
He was a dumbass. That was Richard Sherman. Everybody loves Richard. L.O.B. He had one good play one time for the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah,
I like Richard Sherman.
I like Richard Sherman as well.
Oh my gosh!
I like Richard Sherman.
People, I'm a
I
Seahawks fan.
do.
The most
I do.
annoying player for the team.
Y'all need to
He's
get off
so
of that
smart,
sinking
though.
ship and get
He's
on the
so
rising
smart.
ship. He's sailing around right now.
So Richard Sherman, my favorite Richard Sherman story is, so they were doing a ESPN vignette where they were following him, right? And I bring this up every time someone talks about Richard Sherman. First of all, the guy's IQ is through the fucking roof. He's a
so smart.
super smart guy. Yeah. And so in his off season, around the corner from his house is a batting cage. And so he spends most of his off season at the batting cages, swinging and missing in the batting cages. And they showed this vignette of him, literally, it drives him nuts that he cannot hit a baseball.
He hates failing.
He hates failing that much that he spends all of his downtime in a batting cage trying to hit a baseball because of all the things he can do. He cannot hit a baseball, and that drives him completely nuts.
Well, that sounds like a genius, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's he wants to finally succeed at that.
The guy also graduated from Stanford.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
they're pushing all those guys through college. Don't start that argument.
Out of Stanford. Out of Stanford.
They're pushing them all through. They're football players. Scholarships are getting pushed through.
They're pushing them through Alabama. They're pushing them through
Ohio State.
Louisiana,
Yeah, you see how smart Haskins was? He didn't even wear a mask.
They're not pushing players
everywhere.
through Stanford, dude.
Alabama, those guys sit for 4 years because they come out with lots. Them dudes stay there for a while at Alabama.
And I also want to say, just backing him, not only did he graduate at Stanford, but he continued going and finished his degree while he was still playing football. Stanford is there's a lot of colleges where they push you through a degree. I happen to know somebody within my bloodline, not naming names, took actually tutored Edgerrin James so that he could stay on the University of Miami football team.
Did he teach him how to do drive-bys without getting caught?
So but Stanford and Harvard and Purdue and colleges
Stealing
like that,
rims
they're
from
not doing that. Like if you play football, that's one thing. But if you actually graduate and get a degree, you got to earn that shit.
I know, but most of those
I
guys
love
get
Richard
that
Sherman
before
on
they
the
leave
field.
if they're super smart.
I love Richard Sherman on the field talking like the most gangster motherfucker I've ever heard, like from a fucking Dre album, and then watching him and listening to him talk in a press conference aftermath and just crushing reporters.
That's what
Just
cornerbacks are all
destroying,
about.
just walking all up and down them, like intellectually. Like, oh no, what do you mean by that word? Like, because that actually doesn't make sense grammatically.
Yeah, that makes me not
with
even
what
want to
you were
interview
saying.
him.
Like, I don't even want to talk to you about that.
I mean, that's what cornerbacks are
yeah,
about.
but you're a
though.
journalist. No, like,
yeah.
you're a journalist. Like,
Yeah, you're
your
supposed to-
words are your life.
Yeah,
Like,
this is your job.
like
I
words
understand
and
that, but
the English
still,
language are
cornerbacks are all about shutting people down. They're all about talking garbage. We watched it last week when Mims dropped a wide open
Natural born
pass.
loser.
No, yeah, he dropped a wide open pass in the end zone against the Saints. Probably because he's worried about Garner that he punched in the face a couple weeks ago in a game. Worried about Garner coming up on him. So
I mean, Godwin did the same thing.
Godwin's
Last
catches
week.
were a little
Yeah.
bit tougher than that one. I mean,
He was.
anywho.
All right, let's get back to Robert Saleh here. Liz,
Let's do that.
are you going to stick up for Richard Sherman's boy?
I mean,
You think he's going to do good over here in New York Jets? You would have hired him?
DC,
I think anybody at this point that is going to coach the Jets is going to be better than
Yeah. we
past
know.
coach.
Yeah.
Was it Adam Gase?
I don't think
Yeah,
it's a
wily-eyed Adam Gase.
I just
head case
like
case.
look at their record. You know, like
Okay.
they need somebody to step it up, and
So why didn't they get Urban Meyer?
they probably can't afford him.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Todd?
It's like
What do you
12
think?
million.
Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh, what position was he a coach for? Was he offensive coordinator?
Defensive coordinator,
coordinator for the
quite a
Niners.
few seasons. Him and Richard fell in love. They had intellectual conversations by fireplace. I don't know.
49ers, yeah.
With wine. Is there wine?
I'm gonna germinate him.
There's wine.
All right.
Yeah,
So you're not too fired up about the hire then. You think maybe you should have stayed another year being coordinator over there in San Fran?
how can you not jump at the opportunity to go to New York in the broadcast state where you're going to get lots of attention?
Okay.
If you can handle yourself well with the press, you can show you can go anywhere. So
All right.
I think it's
That's
I
true.
think it's a huge opportunity for him that he should not pass up. I
Yeah.
mean, if they asked me to go up there and coach for him, even though I know jack shit, I would still go for it. Just because it's an opportunity, you're going to get limelight. That's kind of why Tebow went to the Mets, because he could get into the light, even though it didn't work for him. But whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
I think going to New York City in any capacity as a professional athlete, that's the proving grounds. So if you can go to New York and you can do well there with all the press, with all the attention, and you can do well there, you can like sort of prove yourself. You can go anywhere after that point, I think, personally.
All right. Brando, you got faith in Saleh?
I mean, at this point, he spent 2 years. He put together a good defense with the Niners.
Great defense.
I'm drawing a blank on the head coach for the Niners, but
Shanahan.
Garoppolo.
Played with. I mean, Garoppolo came over from the Patriots, so I mean, you got an experienced team there. I think that their defense was underrated, or I don't know. I mean, they were good, so why not, man? I mean, the Jets have been building up their defense. It's only going to improve that as he works with their defensive coordinator. I say sperminate him.
All right.
I'm more concerned about what's he going to do with the quarterback situation. You got second pick. You going to keep him? What are you going to do?
It's going to be very
That's tough.
interesting.
Don't know.
Todd. All
I
right.
see a big trade there.
I think it's time for Jets to work on their line, not the quarterback. It's a line.
Yeah.
Whether it's offense or defense, start working on your line.
He'll definitely start working on the defensive line.
Yeah,
That's what
they
that guy
go
knows about. So I would imagine the Jets have a good defense, but it's always going to be the offensive question marks. Let's go on to a more high profile. Did you have some closing
What
thoughts
does Skinny
on
say there?
Saleh?
What
No, but
what did you
what
take,
was his
Skinny?
pick?
I know.
Terminate. What do you do with him? Salah.
Oh, I thought you guys were sperminating him. Your love for Richard Sherman was so strong. You guys both sperminated Saleh just based on that alone.
No, terminate.
Twist. A twist of ties.
You
Plot
just
twist.
called Richard Sherman dumb by accident. I'll let you get
not
away
see
with
that
it.
Tim Wakefield knuckleball coming there?
48 miles an hour, yeah.
I like
We
crazy.
saw it.
I like crazy porno. Like,
Maybe Adam Gase was throwing knuckleballs to Richard Sherman, and that's why his eyes are so goofy in the interviews.
Oh, yeah, Sherman's
All
got
right. Let's move
that a
on to
stretch?
everybody's favorite coach in Northern Florida, Urban Meyer. What kind of a track record? Championships left and right. Only lost 20-some games from all these years of playing. Such a fun-loving guy. Oh man, you know what? You know what? I heard a Jags fan talking about him earlier today. I'm just gonna let this guy let this guy.
Urban Meyer spells arrogance, spells condescending. He was a scumbag at Florida. He almost died with a heart attack because he's a piece of fucking shit. Nobody would have fucking shed a tear if he died right on the fucking field at Florida because he was a cock sucker.
Well, there we
Wait,
go.
who-
Wait, Boston.
Is he from
This is
Boston?
Boston.
He's from
Who
Boston.
said that?
Boston.
Boston or England?
Who
He's
said
actually
that?
European.
A fucking Boston motherfucker that said that. Yeah.
That was Bill Burr. That was Bill Burr.
That's Bill Bah. It's Bill Bah.
Sam Adams.
Who was that?
It's my buddy John Owens. John Owens fucking said it.
My boy Sam
That
Adams.
motherfucker.
It's not like
What do you
Conor
think,
McGregor
Skinny? What
talking
do you
to
think?
us
What do you
there.
think about Urban
Dude,
Meyer?
Urban Meyer,
Are
what
you
a-
a terminate, germinate,
what a-
sperminate? What do you think?
Can I say less about the guy? Like, you're a cunt. Like, you're
All
an
right.
asshole, dude.
All right.
Like, you left the Gators saying, I am done. I'm done doing this because I have a health condition, and then I have to take time for myself and my family. And then the very next season of college football, you're the fucking head coach of Ohio State. And then, did he go on? Did he win that year?
He won a
Did
championship.
he win
Yep.
that year?
Not
He-
that
he
year. I
won
think it was the
Al-
The next year,
beat
yeah.
Alabama in the second round, and then beat Oregon in the first round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first round of the. That was the first year of the CFP, like of the new trophy, like the
Yeah.
tall trophy.
Yeah,
It was
the,
like,
the playoffs.
Was that
like the gold
2010?
dildo.
No, that was not the
2014?
playoffs. They
What year was that?
playoffs.
2014.
2014.
matter.
2014.
Yeah.
2014. Yeah.
That was his first year at Ohio State, but he left. University of Florida after he won a championship there. I mean, not the last year, like 2 years before.
He won
that,
2 while he was there.
Yeah.
two.
Da-na-na-na. Gators suck.
And then surprisingly, Tebow leaves.
Yeah, Tim Tebow.
Tebow leaves. Tebow goes in the draft, and he all of a sudden decides he has health problems. He has to leave the team. And then all of a sudden gets healthy enough within 11 months to take a job in Ohio State.
Well, I mean, imagine what your heart would feel like knowing
Did he win at Ohio State?
knowing that you
Yeah.
knowing that you raised a serial killer in
Like
your
2 or
program.
3 years, like
Yeah.
2 or 3 years later, he won it at Ohio State. Like the next year that after he left, Florida State won. Like that's no big deal.
Watch
So
your
what do you
mouth.
take with Urban Meyer?
I think you want to
what
terminate
about-
several
what are the
times.
options?
Germinate.
Yeah, I think terminate's as low as it goes. yeah.
Exterminate.
All right, exterminate. We got a new one. Skinny.
Hold on,
All
real
right.
quick. I got a sidebar question for you. So you think the Gator fans are going to go up there and flatten his tires in Jacksonville?
No, they can't. They can't do that. No, because they don't have any options of getting.
They could swim along the St. John's River.
No, they can walk.
Yeah, or
Maybe.
crawl, skip,
Nope. Run.
run.
All right, Brando, what's going to happen over here? What would you do with my boy?
Well, I don't want to take Urban Meyer's side, but I think if I'm the Jaguars, if I'm Khan, I'm looking at a lot of different things. You know, was the guy an asshole? Did he have medical issues? All those things aside, Khan is a billionaire. I don't think he really takes any of that kind of shit into consideration. He's looking at one thing. I'm bringing in somebody to organize my team, to generate income to my stadium, to build Trevor Lawrence, and all the things that go along with what Urban Meyer has done as a general manager type of person. and I think he believes in him, and he's giving him full control. Would I do that if I had the money?